Hey everybody, how you doing out there? Alright, we are going to continue our Grim Dawn playthrough. I think we're getting close to the end. I think. Because... oh, where'd my chat go? There's my chat. Because I believe... hey, Hen, you're doing good? I'm doing good, bro. Real good, bro. Fantastic. It was a good day. Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that, Paradox. Alright. I think we were doing some quests for the witch lady in here. Alright, we're on a quest for you now. Where's the tome? In the Broken Hills. Yes, I have. I played it for a little bit, and then it got like... I don't know. It started to do the thing that the first Descendant did, where it just got to be like really weird costumes. Like, the more higher armor class you wanted to get, like the skimpier the clothes got. It was weird. It was like a Gooner ARPG. Gotta go to the Broken Hills. I mean, it was fun when I played it, but they had like a lot of systems in place. Hey, Smile Dude, how you doing? Broken Hills. So it's gonna be in the Steps of Torment. Doing good? Nice. Good to hear. Did I take the wrong portal? No, I just have to go down this way. I think these were the steps all the way down here. Alright, let's go. Let's go do these quests. Surprised I didn't put out a video building a ship in No Man's Sky. I haven't touched... I plan on doing No Man's Sky, but I haven't played No Man's Sky since 4.0 drop. This is technically 6.0. Some friends are playing a little cool, but they said it was really... yeah, it's very grindy. It's free and grindy. It's not so much a gacha where you have to pay to like do things, like to basically exist. But maybe going to the mine would have been a better idea. No. We do things this way. But yeah, with No Man's Sky, I'm planning on jumping back into that game, like, jumping back into it. Fresh save, like, new player experience, because I missed all of update 5.0, which introduced, I think it was Worlds, the better combat in space, like the Starfield kind of thing, where you power up your front, your guns or your shields, diverting power and stuff. The trench runs on the freighters. I missed out a lot of stuff. So when I finish this game, I think Borderlands 4 comes out not too soon after. And in between, I'm going to be doing a video for, I think it's Vampire Hunters. So I might just stream Vampire Hunters because I took a, I already own the game because I did a little let's try this on it like a while ago. And I bought the game early access, but it came out to 1.0 and they had a thing on Keymailer, like a campaign. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do this. Because I already planned on playing it anyway. So I got to do that before October. Got a great deal at Best Buy this morning, just waiting on the stand. Oh, nice, dude. Very nice. Can I even get to where I want to go from here? Yes, I can. I'm like, can I even get to where I want to go? And it's like, yeah, there you go. Well, yeah, Hen, it's definitely an ARPG. It was I think I played that in preparation for like I don't remember what it was I was playing. But like if you like a free game that just doesn't take itself too seriously and you kind of like this style game with just ridiculous story beats and I'd say it's worth checking out. Also, because it's owned by Amazon, I believe you can get drops like almost every day. Orange Sapphire Band of Gildum Arcanum. No. And I think with that game, there's a daily login bonus. So like if you just log in every day for a month, you get a ton of stuff. Like mats. I don't know if, I think it's like cosmetics, like for mounts and stuff too. I don't recall. But basically, Amazon Studios was trying to corner the online gaming market with New World and Lost Ark. Lost Ark just didn't click with me long term. Because there got to be like this whole housing part, which was kind of like V Rising, but a little bit more grindy. Yeah. Bonomus guy, you're going to still not played it. Not sure why I've not played it at all. I hear that a lot with people. Like they bought the game, or they seem like they want to do it, but like they don't know what they want to do. And that's a valid way to be, because the game is very much open-ended. Very open-ended. Like, overwhelmingly open-ended. There is a campaign, well now there is a campaign that's a little bit easier to follow and digest. But I think when I finally jump back into it, all I'm gonna do is you have to start out with your starting ship. Once we get access to the anomaly, well, not the anomaly. Once you get access to, I think it's any outpost. Once you get access to your first outpost, I think you can create your what do they call it? I forget the class of ship that it is, but like the new ship class. I'm just going to be rocking that the entire time. No ship hunting, no sentinel ships, just going to be trying to like build up my mobile base. That's essentially what it is a mobile base. I wasn't paying attention to anything and I died. That's great. What the hell just did me in? Well, here we go again. One thing I've learned with this game is when you get to where you're trying to go, like somewhere like I just was with all the different layers of the world of the map. It's a smart idea to drop the little portal, this guy, on each floor, just in case. Yeah, I forgot about my totem. That's gonna put me back too, because we were kind of close to leveling up. Hey there, Street Store. How you doing? Alright, I'm gonna go all the way back down here now. But yeah, the plan is play through this. Start up, I think it's Vampire Hunters was the name of the game. And Borderlands 4 comes out. And then after Borderlands 4, I think it's time to jump back into No Man's Sky, because it's very, very interesting. And the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to delete my old save. So there's no going back. I think it's Vampire Hunters. Give me 1 second. I think it's Vampire Hunters. Yeah, it's Vampire Hunters. This one. We just keep collecting gun after gun after gun. The alien containment, I think I got, if I remember correctly, when I was going through the different structures. I don't remember. So, like, in the area where there's the avatar tree, there was a section I went to that had, like, an underground, like, you know, a former base, like a ruined base. And I think in there is where I found parts of the containment, alien containment. I think. This is the one I died on, so do the thing. Do the roar. This lightning is so nuts. Don't know what that is? The avatar tree is the only way I could explain it. When you find, I think it's pod either 12 or 19, there's a giant area that you can go down into. When you get to the end of it, it's like 900 meters deep. And you're going to have to fight your way through a Ghost Leviathan Jr. Couple of those guys.
I can't do that.
Oh yeah, that's what's missing. My dudes. My minions. Yeah, I think that's where I got the alien containment. I think. Yeah, you gotta... Well, I think with that one, you can't go down to 500... You can't go down to 900 meters until you get... You can't go beyond 900 until you get... What do you call it? The prawn suit? Crawdad? Oof. Going backwards through here is kind of nuts. So I'm almost on Resident Evil 6. Assault and Sacrifice. I think I have that. Ooh. Fire, lightning. Fire level is this? Where do we gotta go? Acquire Fates of the Untold. What the hell just did that to me?
I can't do that yet.
Go for it, dude. Are you thinking about being a specific game type of channel, or are you going to try to just do whatever? Elemental, burn, electrocute. think I'll take this, to be honest. I could wear them. For this. Then your attuned lodestone, arcane lens. Okay. You gonna be long-term thinking to maybe no one's. You do it, man. The thing you gotta make sure is, like, you could probably do well with Valheim too, because I know that's like, you love that game. As long as you're playing something that you love and it shows, you're good. The thing that I've noticed lately though with streaming, at least with Twitch, is that like the amount of active gaming streams, like, that's not becoming as popular anymore as like react and drama stuff, and I don't like that. It's not my thing. That's why I think I kind of veer a little bit more towards the YouTube side of things. Because one, I like making videos. I'm playing through Undermine right now as a Let's Play. That game is slowly becoming one of my favorite roguelikes. And because I started playing that as a Let's Play, I started playing Enter the Gungeon on my free time. And man, these games are so good. They have been. Like, the Let's Chat or the just chatting stuff has always been popular. But, like, the gaming channels are starting to, like, suffer. Or not have as good viewership or something like that. Like, who was I listening to talk about this the other day? It feels like it's just veering more and more towards IRL streaming than anything else. Gungeon is so good. Even solo, it's still a good time. There's definitely been some updates though since I played, because there are some characters that I ran into that I've never seen before. Physical. Oh, same foot pads, but better rolls. Yes. Mark of the Traveler. Mark of the Traveler. High school never ends for some of those. Yeah, it's true. I just remember I started watching wrestling again, right? Started getting really into it. So then, like, my phone knows I'm like cookied for watching, reading wrestling stories and everything else. So now TikTok knows, hey, this man, he likes wrestling. Let's give him wrestling news. And there was something that happened, I think it was over the weekend, with an indie promotion. And it just makes me sick. Because it was... If you look into it, you'll see it. It's pretty brutal what happened to this one unfortunate person. But, like, the fact that the person who perpetrated this crime, essentially, of, what boiled... Yeah, Raja Jackson. I couldn't remember his name. Literal attempted murder, but, like, he was live streaming the whole thing and getting worked up by Kick Chat, of all things. That's why I'll never ever go to kick. It's just a cesspool. Oh, we're tanking this. Why did you just get all of your health back? There we go. It's supposed to be worth it. Well, it's because he kept letting the chat work him up. Skeleton key. Oh, I gotta make a skeleton. I gotta make a thing to do this? Wait, what? What? Section beyond the sealed ancient gates and banish a skeletal fiend known as the Shade of El. Okay, so I can't do this until I build the skeleton key, which I think I have to do at Homestead. Well, the whole thing, from what I'm understanding, was Wrestler thought Raja was part of the promotion because he sees this guy who's fit, built, and has a bunch of cameras around with him. So he does this like little promo with a gigged beer can. Raja doesn't know any better, and he wants nothing to do with anything going on until he hears that you can give him his receipt in the ring. Then he shakes his hand like, yeah, let's do that. Not understanding what a receipt is, not understanding anything about the business. It's just, I don't know how they let that happen. It's heckin' wild, man. Get rid of Lone Claw, get rid of... Get rid of all that. And then... Alright, so I need to craft a skeleton key? How does one craft a skeleton key? Well, no, MMA...
Don't worry.
With MMA, if they slam a guy down and they start punching, like their whole thing is punch until the ref taps you.
I'll give you a good price for what I've got left.
Some people have self-control and see a person knocked out and they stop. But also... One second. How to make skeleton key Grim Dawn. A blacksmith can make a skeleton key if the blueprint resources are available. So, where is the blacksmith? That's you.
I do the best I can with what I've got.
Okay. Axes. Reminds me of, ectoplasm and corpse dust, plus a little blood of Cathan.
Bring me back any blueprints you find.
It's obvious he shouldn't have done that, but also crazy no one stopped it. Well, I think part of it is he was quick. think he got like 20, 22 shots in or something like that. Everybody's at fault. Everyone's at fault. Yeah, going back to the original story, the original reason why I brought that up was like, that's an example of like the drama stuff. Whoa, guy. Drama stuff being way too much. For the react stuff. Ooh, my goodness gracious. That's just the welcome wagon for this. Yeah. You right, Hen, you right. Okay. I've returned a little bit stronger than last time I was here. Any Labor Day plans? Nah. Bored, YouTube videos, hang out with the lady. I think it's the last day. So we're with the place we live, the apartment complex. They have like a pool. I think it's the last day the pool's going to be open. Oh my god, what's happening here? That man's is a level 49. What the crap? Oh. We're good on this. Oh, we leveled up. And then some. Shaman. Cold damage. No. Hey, Double Tap, how you doing, buddy? That's for savagery. I don't need that. I don't even use savagery. I just keep using my right click. I could undo these points right here, to be honest. Picks up to 4 targets. What are we doing? All good? Nice. Spirit up. Okay. Oh, this is good. React to the react. Trying to get all meta on it. Something just hit me hard. Damn. Place is crazy. Two-handed ranged. Two-handed ranged. What is happening here? Bad things. Okay, cool. No. I'm gonna do pre-act videos. Where I think something's gonna happen, so I make a video about it. How'd you get over there? That's how. Yeah, this seems like pretty scaled up. I think some of these bosses are like, yeah, everybody here's 47 and the bosses are 49. I wonder if they're always going to be like that, or if it's just the minimum requirement for the zone. Go this way. It's not over this way. Ambush? Yeah, there's the ambush. I want to be able to break this up because there's stuff there. That guy is healing up. Okay, he heals on hit. That's gonna be trouble. Damn it. Okay. Well, we're not going to do that one anymore. Seeing how that's very high level. We're back on. Could I sell Twiddling My Thumbs as a great new exciting game? Oh, that'd be so good. So these things here are side quests. We have to go out here and we have to get to the Necropolis now. Okay. I'm done dabbling in the side stuff. At least till I get to level 47. Jesus. Slave flesh warp vanguards. This is a bounty. Yeah, I got a bounty. We did that part already. I'm gonna go this way. Flesh warped vanguards, huh? I don't even know what they look like. Everybody just keeps dying. Traveller. Yeah, I think Borderlands 4 comes out like soon, right? Very much looking forward to that game. Those battle mages on our side. That's what the vanguards look like, I guess. Can I even get in there? I don't think so. There's gotta be a way for me to be able to walk into this stuff. Without taking tremendous amounts of damage. Yeah, the thing is about that area, there's 3 or 4 of those Leviathans. They're all patrolling around the outskirts of the Aurora. They are not my favorites. Bounty board. Done.
Can't do that yet.
Now I just tear through these obelisk dudes. So two, one either in front of the ship, another attack me in the back. Yeah, there's also one on each side. Unless it's just those two in a crazy fast patrolling motion. I could swear there's at least 3, potentially 4 there. They do patrol, so it could just, like I said, it could just be that it's one of the other ones making a pattern over there, or you just have been lucky enough not to get hit by it. Although after a while, those things are kind of like pushovers. If you have a stasis rifle, they really aren't an issue. I personally like going at them with the crawdad. The prawn. go through this rift and see what's on the other side.
Can't do that yet.
Find the way out. Alright, Paradox, you have a good rest of your night, dude. Glad you're having good days now. And maybe I'll catch you tomorrow. If not, have a great weekend. And a 3-day weekend. Or a holiday weekend. Nice. Yeah, this game is definitely ramped up in this area now. Enemy density and stuff. Make sure all the areas are explored so I didn't pass up the way out of here. Obsidian shards are just like their chests. More of blood, but nope. Huh. There's the exit, okay. There has to be a reason for me to come into this place, though, right? Like... besides just getting a ton of XP. Nice. We just dinged before. I think primal, this, and you. What's over? Oh, another exit. So there's more than one exit in the map. That's interesting. I wonder if each one brings you to a different spot, or if there's a reason why there's this many. I don't know. It'd be cool if I had electrocute on there. Not frost. What are the changes? Is it the stuff we were talking about the other day, where you don't have to replay the campaign twice to get to the end game, kind of thing? So that's everything for this section.
I can't do that yet.
Nothing in here. Nope. That's what I saw with PoE free this weekend. Okay. Well, I guess if you're going to do it on a holiday, like an American holiday weekend, to ensure that your American audience has the most time to play it. That's a smart way to go about it. I really liked PoE too. That's the thing. It's just that hardware issue, which sucked, where I could not load up some kind of gates, Alani gates or something like that, with my exact build that I didn't even want to use because it didn't make sense. If I'm playing Chaos, why would I shoot fire and stuff? It should have been... it's just early access woes. Early access woes. I think if I play it again, though... PoE 2. Path of Exile, yeah. I think when I play PoE again, I'm gonna probably play that blacksmith character that they said that they had. Well, this is different. Exalted stash. Nope. No, I think it's their third big update. I think you heard me say something about a 3-day weekend. Because, it's Labor Day on Monday. Hen. You're a weirdo. I know you're just messing around, but still, you're a weirdo. In a good way. This is... the physique, elemental resistance, summon, Briar... ooh. Good for the pet. Okay. That was a bit much right there.
Yeah.
The way this game works is anytime you have like pets that you summon, anything you get, whether it's skills, like you add stuff to the skills for them, or you get armor that adds like plus whatever to their summon, it kills them off because that's to make a new it just destroys the old instance, but doesn't re-summon one for you, which is weird. That whole fight there, I had no Briarthorn with me. After I get up here, I think this... oh.
Can't do that.
Enemy boss killed. I wonder if I was supposed to do that at this early, I guess. Oh, that's right, here I am. What the frick is hitting me? You know what's a good long-term game, Mugen, to play? Red Dead 2. If I had more than 3 hours a day / night to stream, I would totally do another Red Dead 2 run. 100% run. I got on release as well. But there was an issue when I had it, like my PC at the time, it would bug out on one of the shootout, like the mandatory story shootouts. It would literally hard crash on me because it was an old PC when I got that game. And it kept crashing on me. So I could not progress the story, and it was decently in there. I'm like, I don't want to go through all this again just to have it bonk out on me again. So I put it away for a while, and then I actually played through it, and it was like, holy heck, dude. The story is just... I wish they would do more with Red Dead and stop with GTA, to be honest. You keep crashing on the game? I understand that completely, dude. What year did Red Dead come out? Red Dead 2. I know Red Dead 1 was on X. I had that on Xbox 360, and I played that with a bunch of friends. I was even doing Red Dead Online for the longest time. It was me, Andy, Uni, Bacon, I think. Gates of Necropolis. Here we are. We are at the gates of our destination. Exact, you're nice. Hey there, Blue Vegas. There we go. We have the Necropolis. Rift open. The thing hidden over here, I hope. No, but how you doing there, Vegas? I'm doing okay. Doing okay. Do you have any experience with Grim Dawn? I want to know if I'm getting close to the end. Hey there, Gars. Yeah, I went as a shaman. Didn't realize you could double, like you could dual class, and then I'm a warder now. I'm basically doing my best Thor impersonation. Commission of the Necropolis. What do you say? Lore time. I have been commissioned to construct a grand mausoleum that will house the thousands of dead from the battle, the Great Battle with the West. This will be my magnum opus. The project will take many decades, and at my age, it is unlikely that I will live to see its completion. I have begun drafting the plans in my head. The main tomb will be centered around a vast well, which will house most of the fallen. The quantity of earth we will need to move is staggering, but it will serve as a foundation for the rest of the city of the dead. While this is being done, a small army of civil servants will be carefully collecting the bodies, crafting notices of identification, and preparing them for temporary burial. It will be many years before the fallen receive their proper burial. We've started a construction of temporary mass grave structures to hold them. Some of the families have insisted that they take the remains, to which I have no objection, but I cannot imagine why they would not want their loved ones to be honored here, the site of their glorious victory. I should note that the bodies of the enemies will be shipped back to their border and left for them to do with as they please. I mean no disrespect to their fallen, but quite frankly, they are not our problem. There are thousands of workers being commissioned for the digging, hauling, and carving of the stone. Where Erulon found so many able-bodied and willing workers is clearly obvious. Slaves, brought from their imperial prison mines, or enemy soldiers from the war. Distasteful, but there is too much work to get done to be timid about this. So many things to consider and prepare. I'm eager to get started. I can only hope that my wife and son will be happy here. It won't be much more than a mining town for a few years, but the work is too important. Just completed normal like 2-3 days ago, now in Act 2 in Ultimate. Whoa. So, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing normal. because it's my first time playing this game ever. Necropolis is, I'm assuming, towards the end of it. Because if I look at the map, right, there's not that much left. We're here now. I don't know, Gars, to be honest. I have had this game for a while. I don't know if I got it on its own or as part of like a bundle. I'm not entirely sure, if I'm being frank. Yeah, like a ton of content story-wise with the end game. Okay. Yes and no. No expansion, then yes. With expansion, second to last. Okay. So would that be then? This area is the expansion. Port of Valbury. I can't imagine them putting that on the map. Further up Burwich. Oh, then yeah, I don't think I have it. Area's a port, actually a dungeon. Okay. Cool. Can't remember when I bought this game. I know it was... I might have been there for a while. And then I got back into ARPGs with Diablo 4. And I played Slormancer and Last Epoch. And then I'm like, oh, what's this one here? I saw somebody playing it online, or on Twitch. I saw somebody playing this. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's in my library. And I gave it a whirl, and here we are. I play this game like 3 nights a week, so 3 weeks later, here we are. But I'm really enjoying it. Like, considering this was made in 2016, I was talking to my friend about this, because he started playing it the other night, too. I'm digging it. The thing with me is I wouldn't keep playing it if I didn't vibe with it. And this is the 8th stream of this so far. There's only been like 1 or 2 games I think I've stopped playing, to be honest. I tend to pick my games that I play and stream very carefully because I'm like, I don't want to have a bad time. And the only games I've ever not 100%ed, like the campaign or whatever, was V Rising. Something else, I think, was another game I just rage quit. No, we're not going for ranged. But I think with V Rising, I may have finished the game, and it was just added on. V Rising was so good for like 90 hours. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't. But I think I might have completed the actual progression of V Rising, and the stuff that I was not enjoying was the additional content that they came out with post-launch. So I still consider it a game I didn't finish, because I literally just uninstalled it on stream because there's a boss fight with this character named Adam, and it is just non-stop garbaggio. Like, if you mistime one thing, you just go from 100% health to, like, dead. Stun locking terribleness. Yeah, but I think Adam was a post-launch content update. Oh, that sucks. When you join a server and then it just disappears. That's why I like single-player games more than I like online stuff. Which I think is why Grim Dawn also appeals to me, because it's not, you don't have to have you don't have to be online to play this game at all. You could do multiplayer, but it's like you become the host and people join your game kind of thing, I believe. So, that kind of multiplayer I'm all about, but like dedicated servers that can go down any day and then you never are able to play your game again if it's multiplayer only. No thanks. Oh, you played on PlayStation? Okay. That's rough, though. I will say that the base building in V Rising was pretty fun. And the progression up until Adam was fun. I even managed to take down, who was the Castlevania tie-in that they did? Simon? Like, tying progression to those fights, and like your character strength is bound to gear that you could only get after defeating bosses. I like that. It was a nice way to prevent like power creep, so you weren't just like completely overpowered from grinding on like starter, like most MMO kind of games where you just grind killing boars and bears and rats until like your level whatever. Maybe I'll give it a go again one day, but I don't know. I will say though that V Rising's controller setup was also very nice. I played it a couple nights on the Steam Deck. Ooh. It was actually really smooth, like an egg. I'm also one of the players who likes to explore every nook and cranny of the map before proceeding to the part where it tells you have to go. I call it Map XP. Especially in this game, because I could, like, miss a shrine or something. Get down there. Also got these bounties I gotta work on. So with this game, the end game is tied to DLC. Is what I think you said, Blue Vegas? I'm not taking that. Well, yeah, it's because this game, most ARPGs nowadays use proc gen. Path of Exile, Last Epoch, Diablo to an extent. They all use like some sort of proc gen for their maps. This one is all hand-built, intentionally designed, which means when that's the case, there's probably going to be a ton more like lore and things, because they're hiding things in specific spots. Nice. Poison. Rare pants. Nope. Alright, let's see what we got. What was I working on constellation-wise? You. Go down here for electrocute And yeah, so 1, 2, 3 more shrines. Reeves of Survival. Nope. Shattered Realms and the Crucible is what you get in the DLC. Okay. Is there a level cap in the base game? And if so, does that raise in the DLC? 100, okay. That's a mighty level. What am I at now? I think I'm at 43, so I'm like a little less than halfway there. I'm also going to assume that there's a limitation on devotion points, considering how few shrines I've run into and how many constellations there seem to be. Enemies can scale to your level, so if you're 92, the enemies will be... Oh, that's nice. So it doesn't get old. Oh, I missed somebody. A cursed smith. Well, I get to go back right over here in a second. Hold on. Forrest, the cursed smith. I guess I have to tell him to go back to my base. Yeah, they're a little beneath my level. Oh, he doesn't go back. He just chills here. So if I needed something made, he would make it for me. Okay. I haven't used any of this. This also reminds me very much of World of Warcraft. Thoughts on level scaling versus static enemy levels? It depends on the way you make your game. To be honest, like, it doesn't make sense to me storytelling wise sometimes. So like, I start off in one area, like the starting zone, and obviously I'm going to struggle because both progression wise and, you know, player skill wise, like, I'm very new to the area. So I'm going to struggle with like levels 1 to 10 of whatever mud crabs. I'm thinking of like Morrowind or Skyrim or whatever. If I go out and I play to like level 100 and I come back to that starting area and that same little mud crab is like level 100 now, it doesn't make sense to me. In that regard, player scaling or level scaling shouldn't be a thing, and you should have zones where it's like, maybe you have zones of like 1 to 15 and it scales with you up to the max level, is what I'm thinking would be a nice way to go about it, but not have a complete matching your level area, like every single area. Like when you're in the end game of this game, I'm assuming that's what happens, like they match your level. But for me, like, it would get kind of boring and weird, like, from a story perspective. It's like, I'm a demigod. Why is this crab on a beach giving me trouble? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense in my brain. Unless you're talking about, like, scaling the unique enemies, then maybe that's fine. Like the bosses and things. But every single enemy, no. I think that was one of the downfalls, not downfalls, but one of the strange parts of Skyrim. Oh yeah, they're definitely much easier to take down than versus Act 4. Because in what I'm understanding of the story, those are just purely people who are overtaken by ethereals. Right now what you're fighting are like the upper echelon of them, plus the chthonic cult people. So it's like, it's a little bit, it makes a little more sense that you'd run into the stronger enemies here, where they're fighting off, it makes sense. I think the other day I had, I think it was Tuesday when I last streamed, I had a quest for Devil's Crossing still, where I had to go collect fabric. And I'm like, where the hell do I gotta go for this? And it was like, oh, in Burwich Village. And I would just ran through the place, just casting lightning. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt. Level up. Hello.
Took you long enough.
Oh, it's
I thought
Ulgrim.
I'd have to save the world all by myself. The cult of Chthon is too numerous for us to take them head on. But we can sabotage their efforts with a few precise attacks, while our Black Legion friends keep them distracted elsewhere.
What'd you have in mind?
It appears that the ritual is being powered by blood harvested at the cult's camps, delivered here in despicable blood wagons. To complicate matters, the constant flow of blood is maintaining a chthonic seal over the entrance to the Tomb of the Watchers. I may be able to breach it with some effort, but there is no way you would be able to follow me through. You will have to disrupt the blood deliveries first. The tomb itself is split into 3 levels, with the bottom floor sealed off behind ancient wards. But if the cult is delivering blood in those quantities, then they must have already broken through them. I'm going to enter the tomb and see if I can disrupt the ritual from inside. In the meantime, you should deal with the blood wagons. When you're finished, join me on the bottom level, just beyond the seal of the Lughorian. With luck, we will stop the cult of Chthon before the Lughorian even moves a tentacled limb.
Okay. Blood wagons, huh? Wild. I'm gonna keep just powering up Shaman, I think. Soldier. I go one more. No. This does what? Energy, spirit, cunning, physique. Probably should pump this stuff up. Try to unlock this stuff. Lightning damage, electrocute, physical. I don't use this. It's just the brink, grasping vines. Yeah, let's do that. Boom. I really should go and undo some of the points that I have slotted. Necropolis interior. Okay. I could do that in the prison. What game were you talking about, Hen? I've never finished that game, but also... Maybe I did. Oh, Skyrim? Well, yeah, I think Skyrim, it was made to, like, have procedurally generated quests, so, like, you never get tired of playing it. Or, not that you never get tired of playing it, but, like, you never, there's never really an end. And at the time, that was like, whoa, really? What the hell? That's cool. But how many... I don't know. I've never... I got Skyrim. I put 40 hours into it the first week I had it while working a 40-hour-a-week job. And then I stopped. I didn't even get anywhere on the main quest. I was just doing all, like, BS side quest stuff. So, yeah. I probably should play Skyrim one of these days. I think the only Bethesda game I've ever beaten has been Starfield, sadly. And now there's really no need to ever play Starfield with the new No Man's Sky update, man. Blood flows. Lore time. The blood I am hauling is pulled off like water from an unturned cup. It presses and climbs up the side of the glass, trying to return to its source. If the lids were not on so tight, would they burst off? Would the blood fall sidelong through the air to he who calls it back to him? I confess the urge to release one of the lids is strong, but my conviction is stronger. This is a test, and I will pass through fire and into the realm of the gods and legend. Soon the centuries of long sleep will be over, and when the Lagorian wakes, the unbelievers will suffer for their lack of faith. Kabbalist Zakul. Okay. Okay. Nothing down here. Destroy the Eastern Blood Wagon. All the blub. He's bringing a gun to a lightning fight? What an idiot. Beskar Mamu was coming out of a cave into an enemy camp. Me pulling my bow and his bad guy runs up towards us. I fire. The guy moves on a shot. Oh no. A companion. Big rip. That's not a blood wagon. I don't think that's where I'm supposed to go just yet. Yeah, that's rough. There's the blood wagon. Take that. But that's a way down. Cool. What's over here? I think with this most recent update, though, for No Man's Sky, it conquers stuff that Starfield was trying to do. It definitely conquers things that, like, Starfield was attempting to do. I feel like every time No Man's Sky comes out with a huge update, I could just picture Todd Howard screaming his head off. Like, Obadiah in Iron Man, when he's like, Tony Stark built this in a cave with a bunch of scrap. Just like screaming at like why Starfield isn't better. Oh, I gotta destroy the blood wagons, right? That's what we gotta go. The Eastern is over here somewhere. Hey. All of them are done. Like the summoning of the Lagorian. The Lagorian. Whoa, something is sapping my health. Crap. Okay. I think I have to go to the Bane of... That's the Tomb of the Watchers. Did I have to go to the Tomb of the Watchers to meet up with Ulgrim? Or did I have to go there after I destroy all of the blood wagons? I don't recall. My friends. These are all friendlies. With these summoning circles, and I've also noticed as time goes on, sometimes it stops showing the Oh, hold on a second. There it is. I toggled it by accident. No. Epic shield, no shields. We don't run shields around here. We have two-handed axes. I don't think that's where I have to go because it's not a star. Wait, the tomb of the watcher. Enter the tomb. Oh, enter the tomb. Okay. Yeah, so that's where I have to go. Why isn't it the star? Usually it's the star by now. Don't know. I wasn't close enough. Okay. Enter the Tomb of the Watchers. And then Bastion of Chaos. So this is basically it. Okay. Let's see what we're gonna do. No. What just happened? Why was there a ding? Double rare caster chest armor. Why is it double rare? I mean, I'll take it, but why is it double rare? This way is the only way to go. Badge of Spines. Electrocute. No, it's not worth it. Clarity of Valor. With all the evil unleashed in this world, joining with the Bloodsworn made so much sense at the time. At first, I was eager. It was to escape the horrors of the hold on. At first, it was to escape the horrors unleashed by the Ethereals, the death of my family, my wife, my son. But then later, I started to understand and believe the words the cult leaders were telling me. The sense of belonging made me feel important, that I was part of something greater than myself. Now that I stand in the halls of this mighty place, I feel the eyes of all those that gave up their lives, the leaders, the great heroes, and the countless thousands who followed them. They fought so that we could live without fear of the nameless fiends which I now serve. I can feel the honor and sacrifice of my ancestors, and I am ashamed because of the terrors I have left in my path. For months I have done the most vile and unspeakable things. The deaths of husbands, wives, and children are on my bloody hands for no other reason than to serve my own selfishness. To wash me clean of my own fears and the devastating loss that drove me into this madness. Death and murder, all in the name of some long-dead god who has no more right to the blood in my veins than I do. Blood that belongs to those who I have killed in its name. The blood-soaked foundation of this forgotten battleground was peeled away, and the fear awoke in me. Peeled away the fear and awoke in me. I swear, sometimes I can't read. There is no forgiving what I have done, no punishment that will ever make it right. But I can give my last breath, my last drop of blood, and at last my life to cause as much damage as I can. I do not stand alone. The great heroes stand with me, and I do not fear. So this is someone who was sucked into the cult, and then realized, I'm in a cult. And then undid what they could Oh. We got this. Tanked it. Get killed by acid. Used carapace armor. I'll just sell it. I hear you. I just don't see you. But now I know you're dead, so it's all good. Oof. That chain lightning is so good. Anything in here? Just a weird little... There it is. Alright, continuing along. All of the raw mats that I'm picking up here, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to be able to use them. Wait a minute. That's a whole room filled with treasure chests. We'll go back. Wait, no, there's got to be a way in here. Right? There has to be a way in through here. Evelyn's note, page 2. Do I have page 1? Is my question. I do. Oh, I have 1 and 3. Okay, so this was that. This was. Life among the Bloodsworn has required some changes to our little family, mainly that we can only see the children after the day's rituals and chores are finished, which usually last late into the evening. Some days I don't see them at all until they are already asleep. My husband is having a difficult time with the prayers. He calls them blasphemous filth, but I remind him that we are doing this for our family's survival. Myself, I cannot help but question the gods who have given us nothing except poverty. But here, under the protection of Cthon, we are safe and fed. The Bloodsworn have given us everything they had promised and more. All they ask in return is our devotion and a little bit of blood. So I can't help myself when I chant a little louder each morning as I sing my praises to Cthon. The cuts from the ritual knife serve as a gentle reminder that we are all still alive and not rotting out in the wilderness. It feels good. By Cthon, it feels good. And then this is when they lose their mind completely. Okay. I want to get into that treasure room. I don't like that it's just there's 2 or 3 chests just chilling there. It's in this. But I think maybe it's something I could access through there. We shall see. Want to go to there. Son of a gun. Red skull. Pierce, bleeding. Okay. Hey, Frank, how you doing, friend? Alright, so all that for not a lot. At least I could exit out that way. Nice. Have you been playing the NMS update? I've seen a lot of bugs and issues with it, which is why I'm kind of okay with not jumping into it right away. But I think what I'm going to do when I start playing No Man's Sky again, probably after Borderlands, unless something else comes out, is do a fresh save. Question. Can you have a fleet of Corvettes, or are you only permitted just one? Like, basically purge all of the ships from my carrier and stock them up with Corvette classes? Is that a possibility? Oh, I know, never play the update right away. That's why, like, I'm never in a rush. Like, even if I have nothing to play, I'm never in a rush to just jump into a new No Man's Sky update day one. You gotta do at least, like, week 1. Oh, so if you could have multiple Corvettes, that'd be cool. That's cool. So you could have one for, like, exploration and then one specific for, like, fights. I like that. The door has opened. Something has changed. Something in the air feels different. It feels like being inside of a bottle when the cork is popped. All the pressure released and my soul pulled from my body to the opening in an explosive release. My mind reels and I find it hard to stay on my feet. I can feel it deep beneath the ground. They have finally completed the final rites, and the door has been opened. The blood surges inside me, pushing, pulling, drawing me closer. I must go. I must see the Great Awakening. If I am chosen, I am ready to be whole once more, to be one with Cathan. Y'all are nuts in this cult thing here. Layer 2 right now. Obsidian Warcleaver of Ruin. Nope. Cold storage, so you'd be able to have... Oh, cold storage? So does that mean, like, I could have more than the 6 slots or the 9 slots on my freighter? Secret work. Gentlemen, I write this report to inform you that after 10 years of waiting, the Necropolis project has reached its final depth and we are at last ready to begin the second stage. I have requisitioned slaves, building materials, and the rune-sealed crates to be shipped to the excavation site. I personally oversaw the transport of each of the deliveries and must inform you of one unfortunate incident. A wagon lost a wheel and one of the crates was damaged, causing a seal to be broken. This resulted in a leak. The driver insisted on helping, and despite my best attempts to dissuade him from touching the contents, he got some of the leaking ichor on him. I dispatched the poor fool on the spot, and a merciful end compared to what that vile fluid would have done to him. I have contained the damage and seen the restitutions paid to the man's family. Besides this unfortunate incident, there were no further delays. The remains are safely stored at the bottom of the Necropolis, awaiting the completion of the prison. I have presented your documentation to the old architect in charge of the construction, and while he protested, he did not stand in the way of the imperial writ. However, in the few months since I have been there, he has insisted upon reviewing what it is we are doing to his great work, as he keeps calling it. I have expressed the lack of wisdom and safety of this course, but he persists. Hamal Listari has a family, which might be a source of leverage to force him to leave well enough alone. Fortunately, I hear his curiosity may force us to take drastic measures before this project is finished. Same for multi-tools. Dude, they're going they've gone crazy. Like, it's finally No Man's Sky. What the frick? Imagine if all this stuff that's being introduced right now, like the way that this game is, was what it was supposed to be when it first launched. Very good at that, and also apologizing. Posing Emerald Ring of Clarity. No, thank you for this ring. Back up this way. Yeah, I'm gonna just throw all my money. Whoa. I'm gonna throw all my money at them when Light No Fire comes out. I mean, the fact that Light No Fire was mentioned in the deep dive of this update, they're confirming that it's an actual game again. And not like Duke Nukem Forever. That guy moved fast, and it was frightening for a second. Hi there, tentacle. What's up with all these tentacles suddenly? Oh yeah, and you could also infer that because what you have is basically a multiplayer ship here, you're gonna have multiplayer crewed ships in Light No Fire. Like when you're sailing across the seas, you're basically gonna be playing Sea of Thieves, but better, I hope. The lightning's definitely gotten a lot better. I've definitely slotted some points into it to have chain lightning now. I feel like I could probably go back to the prison and get like 12 or so points back, because I don't use my left click attack. Or what I should say is assigned to my left click. I just keep right clicking with this thing here. Get all those points back. I missed the treasure chest. Yeah, and I love that they're doing that. I think the same thing can be said for Valheim guys a little bit. They're definitely paying attention to what's going on out there, and at least now that all, like most of the major issues with their game have been conquered, they've been introducing things like their boss fights have gotten significantly better each biome. You could tell like more attention to detail and more like, it's just overall a better experience. When Enra and I did that Fader fight, so much different and better than the Queen, which was so much better than Yagluth, which was so much better than Motor. That's it for here. I think when I first played Valheim is the way that I think you've explained to me what happened when you played. Hey, when you played No Man's Sky for the first time. Oh God! Don't die! No, don't die! Don't die! Don't die! Don't die! Don't die! You died. That was like a one tap, dude. Alright, let's go back. Let's go to... That was a little rough. Keep your power supply due to overheating? Dude, that's nuts. I just remember the first time I played Valheim, I remember it vividly. Just being completely absorbed, running around, trying to gank deer with my dagger, and avoiding necks, and just exploring the world. I'm like, this is crazy how this is all just like open world. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I just got 10 points back. So I could pump it into this. Yeah. So now if I do this, go into Shaman, I can go... crap. I want to do all those. More lightning, yeah. So I want to do Storm Surge. 7, 8. That's all of it. So I now have Storm Surge, strengthen that one up. That one there. This is maxed out +2. Good. Did I use my devotion point? No, I didn't. 30% chance of 250% lightning damage, plus speed, plus stun duration, reduced stun duration. Electrocute. Okay, I'm gonna go for this one because that just sounds gnarly. Good to go. Thank you for helping me redo my points. Alright. Now we go back to our little mark here in the Necropolis. So it should be at least level 2. Yeah. This is where we died. This should just be like our standard attack. I never used my left click. We gotta go all this way. I mean, there's a little spot here we didn't get to before, so I could try it again. Seal of the Lagorian. Yes, please. That's all we missed. Alright, we're gonna do this here. We're gonna drop... Hey! That's where we now start up.
That skill's not ready yet.
Holy two taps, dude.
I can't do that yet.
Well, this is all like... Okay. Meow.
This is the power of God. This is but a taste of the power of God.
My problem was crossing over this spot every time. I'm getting cursed. Gamer dude, how you been, dude? Just gonna drop this right here and go into this chthonic rift and see what's going on this side of the world. Oh, that's to go back to and fro. Well, look at that. A quick way. A shortcut, if you will. What? I was taking a drink. You can't just have this happen here. I don't know what's happening.
Skill's not ready.
We got this. That is one heck of a look, I'll tell you that much. Alright, I have to get my energy back. Nice. That was easier than the other bosses before it. Ew, your face looks like a giant. I may now access elite difficulty. So I think that's the main campaign there. Burn, frost, no. President. Oh, oh. Oh. 552? Jeez. Hold on to those. Were there any more of these? A Ligurian's Trove. No not the bleeding damage. I want to make sure I didn't leave any treasure behind that I wanted to bring. So I think that's the campaign. Speak to Inquisitor at Fort Icon. But I've also got to return to the Homestead Bounty Table. Now I'm level 44 instead of 41. Maybe I could do that skeleton key place. Maybe. Yeah, lightning for the win. It's gnarly and I like it.
You've returned. Is it finished then?
The beast has been banished, but Ulgrim was pulled into the void along with it.
So our great moment of triumph is
Complete the game! Achievement unlocked.
Cult's defeat at the Necropolis marks humanity's first major victory in this conflict, proving that we are not going to simply lie down and let ourselves be wiped out by fiends and spirits. Word of this victory will spread, give people hope that someday this nightmare will truly be over. Yet we cannot forget those who sacrificed their lives to bring us here. Brave men and women of the Black Legion who took up arms in the defense of Uralan, a nation that scorned them as criminals, outcasts, and even traitors. In death, they were none of those things. They died as heroes.
Nice.
But I refuse to count Ulgrim among the dead just yet. I owe him.
Wait, what?
Take your leave and rest.
The Dark Crystal?
You've certainly heard it.
Like... Really? With Skeksis and everything? Damn, that's kind of cool. It's wild that the game is done, and it's like, okay, now go out and do things.
Got any more scrap metal? Bring me back any blueprints you find.
At last we stand before the blood-soaked gates of victory. The Lagorian will soon be awakened, and with it shall usher in a new age. It is you, my loyal supplicants, that have paved the road to our final victory. Your dedication and sacrifice has carried us to the threshold, and I shall see us through. The ancients were determined in their construction of this final chamber. 100 of the Imperium's finest arcanists or arcanists dropped dead to empower the runes which now bind the Lagorian's tomb. Lagorian. I don't know which way to say it. They believe their sacrifice worthy, their seals impenetrable, but we have an army of thousands surging with the power of the dead god. Power that will not be contained. I have gladly put a blade to the throats of my most faithful and felt the rush of their lifeblood escaping. Blood they have given willingly in this final hour. With the power of their blood, I have shattered the final seal and begun the ritual. Soon the Lagorian shall stir from its eternal slumber. The world will shudder once more and gaze under the gaze of the mouth of Cthon. Let the blood flow. Damn. This was a really fun game. Level 50. That's a lot of armor. Purple. Got that purple stuff? So this is the sack of armor that I can't really wear. Ooh. Can wear this. This is the better version of the Thunder Touch bracers. Yeah. Put that with... yeah, that. You come here. That's going to be sold. I think this was the idea. You have fire, lightning, and then burn and electrocute. Whoop. Not that button. I wanted to do control. Thank you. I hate when I hit the Windows key by accident. It's not my favorite. Unholy inscription. Attack. Not that one. It was on this. Mark of illusions. Oh, okay. That's this guy on that. That was my build. Next was this. Physical fire. Lightning gets better. Lightning resist. I mean, this is probably better what I have right now, the Thunderstruck, considering it gives me health, offensive. Yeah, keep that where it is. 20 lightning, 21 vitality, +4 offensive ability, but this also increases my physique. This is my armor rating. Drops everything else down. I'll see what this is about. This guy gets sold off. This guy gets sold off. Are we selling this guy off? Yeah. Oh, this one's going on here, yeah. Now we have these heavy shoulders that we don't need. Sell that. Sell this. Sell. Definitely sell. Basically everything here is getting sold off. Vendor.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
I'm rich. Yeah, that goes sold off too. I have too many bags of stuff.
See you around.
The only quests I have right now are
Anything you like?
bounties. Go to the homestead table. I'll check out that Discord link after the stream, sir. Bounty table. Where was the bounty table? There it was. Nice. Acquire the Archive of Fates. I legitimately think that's going down into that one area. Let me just check out this bounty I just picked up. The Black Sepulchre Crypt. That's in Necropolis. This is in Shaded Basin Caverns. I never went to Pine Barrens. Where did this whole thing without going here? Shaded Basin's over there. So if I go Twin Falls, if I take the bridge now, will I be able to find what I'm looking for? Can't take the bridge. I'm just the power for these fools. I wonder if I got all the lore. Wow, 185 achievements for this game. Wow. Okay. Alright, so we have to go... Tyrant's Hold. So Prospector's Trail, I guess, goes off there. Okay. Ah, people in which I have to hit this twice. Detonation site. Do I have any dynamite is the question. 6. I think we're good. I don't remember this being this enemy dense before. Is this because I'm higher level now? Oh, Pine Barrens. There we go. We're right here. Dangerous roads. The fools curse the Empire's soldiers for abandoning their post at Tyrant's Hold. What devilry has compelled them? Hey, Condor, how you doing? What devilry has compelled them to do such a thing? They want to see travelers killed and devoured by savages and beasts. I pay the Empire very high taxes. Keep the roads safe. If they are not going to do their part, then I'll simply stop doing mine. I'm doing good. I think we technically rolled credits on this game. Like, we finished the main campaign. We got the achievement for it, where it was complete the game. But there's still stuff to do, like run around and do things. So I'm just gonna run around and do things until the end of the stream. Then I don't know if I pick it back up tomorrow or if I start a new game tomorrow. The possibilities are endless. I had some fun encounters today in your last class with students. It was you were a teacher. Did you say that before? I know there's somebody else in France who watches the stream who's a teacher, and they were nervous about stuff, but I can't imagine being a teacher today. Like, I know how much of a nuisance me and my friends were growing up. I can only imagine what it's like today. Let me finish reading this lore. When I return to the Merchants Guild, I will be filing a formal complaint against the Empire and the army. If I can generate enough support, then we can boycott the major cities and put some real pressure on the diplomats in Eruland. Maybe even force them to pay restitution to the guild. They may be royalty, but even they will bend to the power of coin. It will make me very happy indeed to see the almighty Empire bowing to the guild for a change. And now more wonderful news. A traveler heading north said they were robbed by bandits to the south. What's worse is many of these criminals were dressed in soldier uniforms. Is it possible the regiment of Tyrant's Hold has gone rogue? I think it's high time we did away with this decrepit system of rule. It's treason to even think such thoughts, much less write them down. But if we survive this, it'll be long past time for dramatic change. You're a special day class teacher, so okay, I gotcha. Special education. Well, okay. That's definitely different than public school people just trying to make teachers' lives hell all the time. But man, school's already. So here's the thing. I grew up in New York for like close to 40 years. And like, it's weird to me to hear people say that like school is in session, because where I lived, school didn't start until after this coming Monday. And I know places like Florida have had school for a while already. I needed 272. I'll take that. Put that in place of... I can't use that yet because I don't have enough cunning because I don't use guns. So public school, just work with special eds. Ah, it's your 4th week? Okay. That's what I mean. Like, I'm not used to... I can't imagine being in school when it's that hot out. Having said that, I have gone to summer school, so I know what it's like. Just regular school. I started school in August growing up. Have you been in the South your whole life, though, Frank? Because I think it's a very different, like, northern, southern thing. Pixie, I think, told me that it's most likely because of, like, hurricane season. Dude, that's insane. I can't even imagine. That's terrible. Hopefully you're not in a portion of the school where it's literally just like a shipping, because some of the parts in my old high school were like just shipping containers that they retrofitted to be like school rooms. But we lived in Long Island, New York, so it never got that hot. We had to worry more about the snow, I think. Oh, posture check. Yeah, I slouched so much. His backpack. Private school. You fancy, Frank. You fancy. Growing up, I used to live in Queens when I was a little kid. I was so unfancy. My school was just called PS and a number. Public school and a number. SoCal, okay. At least you guys have air conditioning. Jagged waist. This stuff's all new to me here. I wonder if that's the way this is supposed to go, because, like, I think when you initially come up to that area where there's the demolition site to get into here, you don't have dynamite, and then you go through the game and you acquire dynamite in a couple other places. Poison gland. The Pine Barrens are huge. Especially the jagged waist in the Pine Barrens. It's huge, my dude. I just picked up what appeared to be quest items. They were like that purple, faded purple color. And Manticore Poison Gland. Quest item. But I don't have that quest just yet. Manticore Eye, Manticore Poison Gland. And I only have one? during SoCal, man, I kind of want to visit like California one of these days. Especially SoCal, specifically for tacos. One, for In-N-Out. And two, for tacos. Those are my priorities. When I book travel, it's mostly food related. Most of my like shorts feeds and shorts feeds like Game of Thrones clips and random food reviewers and some like people that I follow. TikTok. Oh man, my TikTok is filled with weird brain rot and then food places that are nowhere near me where I live in Pennsylvania. And al pastor tacos are probably my favorite style of taco. And SoCal seems to have tons and tons of like fantastic taco stands. And everybody's always raving about the al pastor from each of these places. And I'm like, I need to go. I want to go to there. Wife's from Ohio? Okay. Ohio's nice. I've been there. I went to Columbus, Ohio for a martial arts tournament that I participated in at the Arnold Classic. What's with all these manticore glands I can't pick up? And during because I went there for Sambo, and during the tournament, it was when we go to, oh, nice. The food was delicious in Ohio. But I remember when we went to the Classic, Arnold Classic, I watched a strongman competition in person. And that stuff is absolutely nuts. Watching grown adults just move incomparable amounts of weight. But also during the tournament, the martial arts tournament, I forget which Expendables it was that was coming out. Because this was like 2013, 2014? Arnold Schwarzenegger, Joe, the tall guy, Joe Mangione, I don't know his last name, and was it Jason Statham? All did like a little walk around the place. It was really cool. But you got to see how big these guys were. It was Arnold, it was Joe, and I think it was Jason Statham. Because they were walking around promoting Expendables, the newest Expendables movies that came out. And then I had to fight a guy from, I don't even remember where. The name of the country had a stand in it. That's all I remember. That was probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my entire life. Shaded Basin. Okay, so we're in the Shaded Basin. I think this is part of the bounty I just picked up. Yeah. So, spiders in the Shaded Basin. But, oh, is there another set of it? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if there's another, Expendables movie, Hen. Oh, right now with this game, I basically have completed the game. Like, I'm at beyond, I'm like, what, level 45? This is like a level 40-something area. But something about the way that the skills were set up in this game, I understood the assignment. And I became Thor. But there's still so many points to slot. I probably didn't have to go as hard as I did on the secondary class I have here. But yeah, this game is fantastic. Do I go for this? This has to be another 7, so that's 2.5 levels. This has to be a lot more levels, unless I just undo this. 1, 2. Oh, I need these wherever they are. Because I think they said the level cap was 100. If I get 3 points per level, that's 55. That's plenty of points to slot in here later on. So if I do 1, 2, 3. And then I do is Spirit. Spirit took the biggest hit when I swapped out some armor. Now what's this over here? Cave entrance. This might be what I... Yeah, you could respec for iron bits as your currency, but I have like, it's like a couple thousand to do each one or whatever. I have like 500,000. I'll show you. You just have to go to your starter town, Devil's Crossing. Because all throughout the game, like you, this was like an abandoned prison, and you find people to fill it up, like you're trying to rescue them essentially. This person here, you just go and you say, okay, I want to undo, cost 25 bits per point you want to undo, right? If I wanted to do that, I could undo all that for boom. I don't want to do that. If I did undo stuff, I think it would be this guy. This is all just passives. Circles are passives, squares are actives. So I already took out these abilities that I stopped using, so that gave me like an extra, I think 12 points, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going along as I do it. Let's put this in here. Yeah. But it's really cool and really easy to like respec and go along as you do things. It's not like Path of Exile, man. I love Path of Exile, but like some of the respecing in that game is a bit costly. Calamity. Craft a Calamity relic. I can do that.
Bring me back any blueprints you want.
5,000 XP, easy as that. Take a look at a bounty. Balor was once a joyful soldier. Where do I have to hunt you? Burwich. It's a cellar in Burwich I have to go to. But we're gonna go and do the rest of this Gloomweaver one. We were at here, Pine Barrens. I think this is where I have to go. I know that it said inside this one specific area here. It's some spider queen I have to kill for a butt ton of XP. But yeah, I'm kind of just burning through these fools, which is nice. Level 48. I'm one-shotting them. Here's the spiders. Yeah, I basically made it so that my character is a literal demigod. Fighting people who were 3 levels above me and just zapping them. So within this cave is the quest I have to do. Yeah, and it wasn't even like, so you get 5 classes to choose from. It was like shaman, fighter, or the 2 that I picked, and when you combine those, you start as 1, and when you get to like level 10 or 15, I think it was, you unlock a secondary class. And then when you combine them, you create a 3rd. So I started as a shaman. I picked fighter because it kind of worked with what I was doing, is like melee only. And it became a warder, W-A-R-D-E-R, a warder, as my class, which is kind of cool. But they had like a duelist, so like if you're going to rely on guns, but it's more like destructive kind of guns, like they rain down literal fireballs and explosives kind of stuff. Then you have someone who's more like a necromancer class. Oh, here's my boss. Yeah, I've got it so like I get a little bit of health on hit. Ooh, Guardian's breastplate. I made it so I'm kind of tanky, but I also can dish out damage. Big fan of electricity powers. If I ever make an RPG, I'll make an electricity class called Metal, and it'll be a reference to you, but no one will know. That's perfectly fine. I live in the shadows. No, I'm not really a big fan of electricity powers. It was just shaman. Like, usually when I hear shaman, I think of World of Warcraft. And it's like totem based. I have 1 totem I can put down. And it deals vitality damage, it says. And it also heals me slightly over time. So I'm like, okay, let's go shaman. And then it was like, oh, that's Thor. And then, of course, you mix that with the fighter class. Like, you're really playing Thor. If you look at the skill powers, it's just lightning, slicing. I could use devouring swarm, so like bugs and brambles. Summon a briar thorn, which I do have. Summon like a whirlwind of electricity. Then there's stuff over here that I don't know what they do. Conjure a primal spirit, Stormcaller's Pact. So there's a whole bunch of stuff over here that you can do that's not necessarily electric related. Oh, so that dropped me out over here. Alright, so we did that 1 bounty. I want to just finish exploring all over here. And the other thing about this game, Condor, is that, actually, I don't know, we're in ads. I don't know if you could hear me or see me, so I'm just gonna lie. If you could hear me, say something in chat. If not, I'll wait till the ads are done. Oh yeah, that's the last spot on the map. There's so much stuff I didn't explore over there. I gotta go check it out before we go to Tyrant's Hold. It also sounds like Tyrant's Hold went rogue from the lore that I was reading, so I'm gonna probably have to fight everybody that's in there. Do my best Russell Crowe impersonation. I do wish they had the ARPG map overlay on, like, not like this where it's a block, but like the tiny overlay in most games, like PoE and Last Epoch and everything else. That guy's level 49. Dunked on him. It is kind of crazy how much different, how like those 10 or 11 points really changed up the class. Yeah, if you're there, Condor, let me know, because I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something about the game. Forget what it was. Anyway, I noticed there was ads running. I don't know. I wish I didn't have to run so many stinking ads on Twitch. You hear now? Okay. I was gonna say something about the game, but then I realized there were ads, and then I tried to hold on to it, but it's gone. Whatever I was gonna say is gone. It's lost. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, well, this game is from like 2016 though, so the fact that it's been out for that long and it did this stuff out of the box, like as good as it has been. There's also DLC that I probably could pick up and play, but I don't know if I want to do that on stream at least. Because now that the story's technically done, oh my god, that's a lot of armor. Now that the story's technically done, there's another game I need to play through because I took I did a thing on Keymailer. I want to play through that before Borderlands 4 drops. I feel like that's gonna be a fun time for a while. Borderlands 4. And then I think after Borderlands 4, I might dip my toe back into No Man's Sky, considering the update that just dropped yesterday. And then I haven't played that game since 4.0, so I don't even know how long ago that was. It's been a while since I've played No Man's Sky. I feel like now, though, it's almost like a completely different game. Oh my, that's not a good mace for me. Oh, a shrine. Fort entrance. Oh yeah, so there's stuff to do inside here. Okay. I have never played Baldur's Gate 3 or any Baldur's Gate game, actually. Nope, I need that. Imperial Proclamation. Learned this. This goes here. By Imperial Proclamation, Duke Bayon Cavanil is hereby ordered to disband the 31st Division of the garrison currently stationed at Tyrant's Hold. All soldiers are immediately released from the active service without pay. Soldiers may take their weapons and armors as compensation. Immediately following the disbandment of forces at Tyrant's Hold, Duke Cavanil is relieved of his command and ordered to present himself before the High Marshal Nicholas Mainville. Failure to report on the 1st of the month will constitute forfeiture of all land and titles to the Imperium. Whoa. 60% sure that I would 100% like it? Question. Are there bits of real Panther in the game? I should go back and get that shrine, the devotion point. Hold on. I have to go out this way. It's a joke from Anchorman, the movie that I thought you were quoting. 60% of the time, it works every time. Talking about a cologne that they were wearing called Sex Panther. And, the one guy's like, memory of Gogo, the chaotic melon lost in the service. Searing Ember, I have tons of those. Nope, don't need that. No, we need to do devotion points. Yeah, a little bit. Just a wee bit. The only grave... Huh. Huh. I'm trying to remember his name. The guy who played him. He played Ant-Man. I see his face. He played Josh in Clueless. Paul Rudd, yeah, Paul Rudd. There you go, and Paul Rudd. Sometimes I worry about my brain, dude. Let's see what's in here inside the fort. So all of the people were ordered to leave here. Yeah, Paul Rudd's character is the one who said that. I think his character's name in the movie was Brian. He was the sports guy. No, was he the sports guy? He may have been the weather dude. Yeah, I'm definitely at the point in this game, like most ARPGs, once you hit a certain level, you're just able to kind of like walk through an area and just dismember everybody around you. And the fact that this thing is... Ooh, more armor. The fact that this entire map, like the entire game is all like hand-painted, handcrafted, whatever you want to call it. There's no proc gen at all in it. Means that there's tons of little secrets to find. Where they hide little pages of lore or treasure. Loot boxes. Hey, you're done, little guy. Gotta go this way. I hope. Journal of Duke Avenel. This goes here. Cavanill's journal. This makes no sense. Well, I've been ordered to dismiss my army without pay. Furthermore, they have given me the men. They have given the men their weapons and armor as final payment. What are they thinking? This order can only result in anarchy. Half of these men will become bandits or worse. If dismissed without pay, they won't have a second thought about turning their blade against the Empire. Without this garrison, the Grobels will claim this area unchallenged. The road to Darkvale, from Darkvale to Devil's Crossing, will become impassable. We've been holding this fort since the fall of Drangul savages. But they keep pressing to take it back. I've requested more men and weapons from Enrolan, and this is the response I get in return? Madness. I have half a mind to ignore this decree, and if my wife and son were with me, I would. Upon further reflection, these men might also turn against me. Not that I feel I have mistreated them, but they could easily view me as part of the aristocracy that has put them in this predicament. I must leave before they receive this news, or I fear I will never see my family again. Ugh. Nope. More monies, please. I don't know exactly who I'm supposed to be like fighting at Tyrant's Hold. I just kind of showed up here and everything is trying to kill me. But here's where the boss is. If I've learned anything from this game. Or not. Usually when there's a portcullis or something like that. Oh, there he is. It is the boss zone. I am on the spikes. Blood Feast the Ruthless. Boss killed. Nope, not gonna do that. Silk Touch hand wraps. 326. I'll just sell it. Ooh. See, this one just does physical damage, but this one, the axe I'm holding now does at least 150 because it does fire, cold, and lightning damage at the same time. So it does at least 150, but in a max of 120, 132. That doesn't run, but 200 and I don't know, math's not good. 150 to 222. 30% chance of burn, electrocute, and frostburn. Yeah, I like the one that I have. I like the one I have. I'm terrible at math. What have we learned? I cannot math.
That skill's not ready.
Your skill's not ready, sir. Anytime where there's like a little door here that says, hey, open up, that means there's a boss about to happen. A boss fight. It's a good idea to drop your rift. Alright, so I killed this dude, but I didn't have any quests to kill that dude. Oh, I'm back over here now? What? Oh, dude, I was doing stuff there though. Bruh. I want to go back to there. That ain't cool, man. That ain't cool one bit. So at least on the map now, the world map, I've done all the things. I didn't get that shaded basin. That's what I wanted to do. Wait, no, there's another shaded basin. Hold on. If I'm in the Pine Barrens, there's a thing in the shaded basin that I didn't get. Shrines. I think this one here was like sealed. We're gonna go to the shaded basin real quick. That was Pine Barrens. I think the shaded basin was down here, but that's such a long way to go now, bro. Oh yeah, we didn't get any of these quests. Must be the one to make it, watch, this guy was gonna be like, hey, go do stuff. What do you need? The manticores. I've got your stuff. Because I've already got them. Augments can be used on equipment to add additional bonuses. They can be purchased from faction quartermasters when you've met the reputation requirements. Gland is bulging with venom. This one's a hunt a person I've been struggling with. Thornhorn was old bloodbriar. I think I killed it already. Where should I look for them? Shaded Basin. Okay, so that's still a quest I have to do. Hit a Black Legion camp. I'm looking to do my part. Okay, so there are still quests to do here. I'm just trying to wrap them up real quick. Ogara in the Jagged Waste and Old Bloodbriar. The Jagged Waste is here. Can't imagine. Maybe it's because I didn't have the quest. They didn't spawn in. I'm in the Jagged Wastes. Unless there was a cave that I missed. Always possible. Can't imagine there being something left here that I didn't kill. Oh, there you are. Never mind what I said. There's your boss. I literally just walked around it. Okay. And then we have to go to the shaded basin, which I think is down here. And then we get that guy. I think there was like 2 other places that were detonation sites. Or demolition sites for dynamite. Yeah, shaded basin. Now I gotta find where you would be. Bloodbriar. To the south of his camp in the Pine Barrens, which are... it turns out some of the stories about old Bloodbriars are a shaded basin to the south of his camp in the Pine... Okay. Doesn't say anything about where potentially they are. But I'm going to guess it's in this cave, most likely. That's my assumption. Did we do the cave? I don't remember if we did the cave. Yeah, we did the Forgotten Depths. I thought we killed Bloodbriar. This is where that other one was, the spider quest. Oh, a shrine. Okay. I have this. I have 16 of them. Finish out this one. Blade arc. Oh. Yeah, so put that on here. Yeah, so now I have it. Now this one makes more sense. Now I have an actual lightning ability that's a ancient celestial power. Instead of like the tsunami, which was cool, but also... Look at all that lightning. Look at all that lightning. I'm just on a literal power trip. Where's old Bloodbriar, man? I'm gonna guess here. This big old open area. No. I don't. They've been doing naughty, terrible things, and this is their comeuppance. Okay, this is the area for Tyrant's Hold. Could be up here, because we never went up here. Nope. It's just a little pass that we can't get through. Mr. Bloodbriar, where are you? I need to kill you so I can get some sleep. Imagine if he's in there. No worries, not. Bloodbriar. No. Not up here. Where the heck are you, dude? Yep, I just want to get some sleep. Can't sleep till the quest is done. Exactly. I need some beer bottles on my fingers just to smash together. Bloodbriar, come out to play, yay. Alright. Where is Bloodbriar Grim Dawn? A cave located in shaded basin. So he's in a cave? Unmarked entrance with multiple spawn points. Oh, that's interesting. This could be a cave, but it's not. That's actually kind of cool. It's not here. It's not here. There's only 2 more spots on this map that says it could be. There it is. Bloodbriar's lair. Okay, so I just walked by the cave entrance thinking it was part of that other cave network. Oh, I do feel bad for them now. Slightly. Oh my god. Slightly. Ooh, yeah, I'll take that. That's a whole butt ton more armor. That gets... I didn't put anything on there. What shall we put on here? Defensive. Health regen per second. Armor. I think I like the idea of... hallowed ground. Oh, I think if you're still here, Condor, I think I understand. Remember what I was going to talk about. That's a long shot if you're still here. I also missed the comment about Light No Fire. I'm a terrible streamer. I try to pay attention to chat, but sometimes, most of the times, I don't. Hey there, Bloodbriar. Oof. That is a massive amount of damage. Oh, I know. I just feel bad, though, like, when someone says something and it was, like, related to the conversation I was having, and then I don't notice it for, like... fuck, a half an hour. Oh. Right to the Forgotten Depths, huh? Alright, so now I gotta go back to that camp. And just do that. Return to Deathmark. So, L. Pine Barrens. Directly to the left. I've killed your bounty. I've slain your beast. One more to do. Oh, I've done that. Blood Feast the Ruthless. I think I've killed them. Yep, already. So that's what we were supposed to do with Tyrant's Hold. Was I did all of their quests from the bounty and just exploring it. Oopsies. At least it lets you like say, yeah, I've already done that. Give me your money now. Alright, Homestead. Alright, I think there's legitimately only like one quest line left to do. And it's the one that I have to craft the skeleton key for to go in and run amok. Away from the bounty table. So basically I have these bounties and this. Yeah, it's new game time. Tomorrow I'm gonna start playing Vampire Hunters. What's this? Whoa. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to start playing Vampire Hunters. But everything's fine. Pixie sent me a message. She gets all these creepos on Instagram that just sent her random messages. She got a random message from some old schlub saying, "Hey, I know they don't do this, but have you met a sugar daddy before? And how do you feel about them, if you don't mind me asking?" It's like, what the hell, dude? All she's literally doing is existing. And these jokers come out of the woodwork. But, yeah. Grim Dawn has been completed. I will continue playing this off stream and wrap up the Secrets of the Lost. I'm thinking maybe Ashes of Malmouth. Yeah, I don't have... Oh, that's loud. So that's more story for this. The Forgotten Gods expansion. So basically there's 2 more DLCs here. Crucible and Ashes of Malmouth.
And welcome.
Shush. That's $8. That's $18. Crucible mode looks like what Last Epoch's endgame is, I believe. Or no, is this Horde mode? Yeah, filled with waves of the deadliest fiends. So yeah, this is Horde mode. $150 waves? What the hell, dude? And then Ashes of Malmouth is the actual campaign story. Level cap increased to 100 and devotion cap of 55. So there's so many more. So I'm almost at the level cap. Level 55 is the level cap in this game. There's story chapters. Illusionist. Oh, so you could basically customize your look completely. There's factions to join. 14 more constellations for the devotion. Nemesi and super bosses. Dude, this is kind of nuts. I might have to get that. I'm gonna have to put that on my list. Oh, I understand, Frank. It's a thing. But yeah, Ashes of Malmouth I'm going to add to my wish list. That is definitely worth it. But that is going to do it for tonight. Tomorrow we're going to pick up a new game. Vampire Hunters. This one here. You just run around hunting vampires with a million bajillion guns. It'll be a nice break from the survival craft / ARPG runs we've been doing lately. But yeah. That's going to do it for tonight. You guys are fantastic as always. If you're over on Twitch, do not forget to drop a follow. If you're on YouTube, click that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already subbed to the channel, ring the notification bell to get alerted when I post more content here on YouTube and when I go live. Yeah, you guys are great. Thanks for hanging out. And I will see you tomorrow with Vampire Hunters. Bye.